Okay, so now we're going to look at topic 6, part 4. Now we're going to look at the ear, and we're going to look at how we hear things and how our equilibrium system works. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to think about what sound is. I know you need to do a little bit of physics. Let me show you something. So I've given you the link. This is a little bit hard to understand, so I would prefer to use this one, which is your speaker. Okay? So here's you playing music, preferably electronic dance music. Look at the speaker. See how it moves? Right. So what is that speaker actually doing? Okay. So let's have a look at the speaker. See, look at this. This is the speaker moving forwards and backwards. What is it doing? It's actually compressing the air molecules that are floating around. Okay, let's have a look at that again. Look, see the speaker? And it's compressing the air. Okay, now, so you get compression of air molecules. Now let me show you this. So sound is just waves of air being compressed. So if you have a look at this here, look, every time the speaker hits it, it creates an area of high pressure, and then it goes low pressure, then high pressure, and then low pressure. See? Now that is called the frequency. And the higher the frequency, the higher the pitch. Okay? And if these waves are like really, really deep, that just means that the sound is getting louder. Okay? Anyway, don't worry too much about that. Just understand this. The speaker is pushing air molecules and creating areas of high and low pressure in the air. And that is what sound is. Okay, now that's a really useful little thing. It's a little bit difficult to understand off that picture, but I thought I'd show you that GIF. All right, so we have system in our bodies designed to pick up these air pressure waves. Okay, so let's have a look at the outer ear. Okay, now all you are doing here is, this is just a structure designed to capture sound. All right, so it's designed to capture sound. So if you actually put your ears out the front, you'll be able to hear much better. Try that. It's great. So this structure is designed to be like a cone to funnel in all of those air pressure waves. That is the whole function of your outer ear. So here we go. Let's have a look and see what is in it. So you've got bone tissue here, fatty tissue, you've got some cartilage. All right, so it's designed to funnel in all of those air pressure waves into one area so we can actually detect them here. And this is our eardrum. All right, so now what we can look at is that we can look at the middle ear. The middle ear has the eardrum in it. Okay, now let's have a look. This picture is a little bit this is looking at the middle ear from the back. So if you have a look here, this is superior and this is anterior. okay? It gives you kind of the direction of where we are at. We're actually looking at it from the back, okay? So let me just show you. This, we are looking at this, but from this angle here, okay? It's like we're sitting here looking this way. So if we look at the middle ear, it's got the eardrum. There it is here. And we also have bones. We've got 3 little bones, the smallest bones in the body. These 3 bones. 1, 2, 3. We also have a couple of muscles in there, okay? You don't need to worry too much about those. Just know that we have the eardrum and we have 3 bones. Okay, so we looked at the outer ear. We know about the eardrum, and we know that the bones, the 3 bones, are collectively called ossicles. Stapes, incus, and malleus. Stapes, incus, and malleus. See? 3 little bones. They're super cute. Right, so now let's have a look at the inner ear. So we're looking at this structure here. And this structure, as you can see, it's really complex. It looks like a weird kind of snail with 3 large antennae, okay? So you've got the inner ear is made up of this part here, which is the cochlea, which is used for hearing, and then this part here, which is used for equilibrium. So 2 parts. See, look, you've got 1 nerve coming out from there and 1 nerve coming out from there. And then they're both joined together as they leave. So the inner ear. So here we go. This is the mutant snail that I was talking about. You've got the cochlea, and then you've got 3 kind of rings. Okay. So let's have a look and see what's in here. So the inner ear is actually bone. Okay. It's a bone. The chambers are made up of bone. Now, this bony kind of labyrinth is made up into 3 parts. So you've got the cochlea, which is this one, the vestibule, which is the bit in the middle, and then you've got the canals. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So the bone is filled with perilymph. Okay, so you can see that the blue bits are bone. Okay, yeah. But we also have inside the bony labyrinth, we actually have a membranous labyrinth. So we have a labyrinth inside a labyrinth. We have caves inside caves, a bony cave and a membrane cave. Now, the membrane cave, okay, contains a different kind of fluid. All right, so bottom line is that you've got 3 structures, 1, 2, 3, bony caves, and inside the bony caves you have membranous caves, and they all have fluid in them. At the end of the day, let's have a look at another picture. So this just shows you where it sits in the skull. Yeah, okay, you've got the cochlea, part 1, vestibule, part 2, and the semicircular canals, part 3. Okay, just know you've got 1 on either side of your head. All right, so now let's look at just part 1, which is the cochlea. Okay, remember, look, we've got bone, we have a bony labyrinth, bone, and then we've got membranous, so bony caves and membranous caves. Okay, now the cochlea is where we have the mechanism for hearing. Okay, and the organ for hearing is called the organ of Corti. Okay, so as you can see here, it's all many chambers, and the organ of Corti is just this little piece here. We've got caves, cave, cave filled with fluid, and the organ of Corti sits in the middle. So, how does it all work? Okay, so when you are speaking, like I am now, my voice box is making air pressure waves, and they're coming out of my mouth and they're going straight into your ear. And your tympanic membrane, your eardrum, is responding to those air pressure waves. And so you have the little ossicles here with the little bones, and then that information goes to your cochlea. So when you think about how we hear, what we're doing is we're actually converting air pressure waves to fluid waves. That's how our hearing works. Okay, air pressure waves, then you've got your bones, and they are converting it into fluid waves. Here is a little picture here. So here are the air pressure waves coming out of my mouth and going into your ear, and it's making my tympanic membrane move. See? And that is making the little bones move. Now, when the little bones move, they push fluid in the cochlea. Okay? And look, all of that moves, which makes, so the fluid comes in, the wave comes in, does a U-turn, and the wave comes back out again. Okay? So there's a little window here, and there's a little window here. So it's pushing the fluid, the wave goes all the way around, and then the wave comes back here. Okay, releases the pressure. All right, so when you look at the cochlea, it's just like one of those water slides. Okay, so you've got people going up, and then the people coming down the slide. It's exactly the same thing. You've got fluid going up and fluid coming back down. See? Fluid going up, doing a U-turn, and then coming back down. Here it is again. Here we have the eardrum. This is going to move, this is going to move, which makes this move, and the wave is going to go and then come back out again. It just goes up the cochlea and down the cochlea back again. All right? So when the fluid is moving, when the fluid is going up the cochlea and down the cochlea, it makes this thing move. And then that's how we hear. All right, I'm just going to pause it there, and then I will come back and do the rest of it.